Hey everybody, Aaron Cowan, Sage Dynamics. This week's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Multitasker Twist. Those that are AR-centric seem to be more popular because it's a very, very popular rifle. You've got tools from Gerber, you got tools from Leatherman, you got tools obviously from Multitasker, you got tools from other companies, and then you have accessory packs from like Otis, and then you've got MS Clean kits, and you've got all these different options for weapons maintenance and weapon cleaning that come in various shapes, sizes, and degrees of usefulness. When it comes to an AR-centric tool or a weapons maintenance-centric tool, I like something that's really simple and that actually addresses what I'm going to need. So I don't look for things that I consider to be administrative tasks. If a kit contains a brush and a carbon scraper and a cleaning rod and things of that nature, those to me are more administrative because they are cleaning tools. I don't necessarily need to clean the rifle on the range. I don't necessarily need to clean the rifle in the field. Other than, you know, just the big dirty maintenance tasks. But if I need to repair a rifle, fix a rifle, adjust a zero or something like that, then that makes more sense to me because that's something I might need to do immediately, or if a part comes loose, if say a flashlight mount comes loose, or a grip panel comes loose, or hand stop, or what have you. I like to have the ability to tighten that down right then and there without needing to unfold some crazy device or carry around a lot of bulk, or work with a kit or unzip a pouch or something like that to get access to my tools. So the simpler it is, for me, the better off I'm going to be. Because a cleaning kit is a cleaning kit, a maintenance tool is a maintenance tool, and I don't really like when people take those two and combine them. Again, that's personal preference, but that's just how I feel about the subject. So what is the Multitasker Twist? Well, first I'll tell you what it isn't. It's not a vaporizer, it's not a marker, and it's not a space-age aircraft-grade aluminum self-defense tool designed by former IDF Special Forces Krav Maga experts or anybody from Spetsnaz as far as I'm aware. It's simply a maintenance tool. It is somewhat AR-centric, but it's also somewhat generic in the options and accessories that are available to it that you can serve as handguns and do adjustments on other optics besides the aim point. The main cap there is designed for the aim point. We'll get into the features, but most other optics don't have a proprietary adjustment system, so the tool attachment method will allow you to work with those as well. Getting right into the Twist's features, aim point centric adjustment cap. It's marked so you know what you're doing depending on where you're doing it on the optic. We've got a clip pocket carry. This end, it's ready to go for Otis attachments. This is obviously a male attachment side, so you could technically, theoretically use it with some other cleaning rods, but if they're not designed in the same way that Otis are, which is male to female instead of female to male, it's going to be of limited usefulness to you. Top cap screws off. Got a little rubber seal there to keep water out, and it is a magnetic bit driver, so you can use a number of different tools, hex attachment tools, and it comes with a pretty good complement, which I'll show you. And then on the other side, take that off, we have a punch, and these screw into obviously the cap attachment. Got a carbon scraper, and we've got a multi-use dental pick, and that is it. Now, of course, some of you may be thinking, well, damn, Aaron, that thing doesn't really come with much. But if you think about what you actually need for just general basic maintenance on the rifle system, this covers a lot of bases. And the really cool thing about it is it tucks right in the pocket. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not very bulky. Again, it doesn't have wire cutters or a plasma torch or a buzz saw or a cutting blade or 14 knife attachments or you know, a castle nut wrench or anything like that. But it's going to cover the really basic, probably the most needed tasks that you're going to have on a rifle, on an optic, on rail accessories, or on a handgun, especially an RMR equipped handgun or something like that. It's really going to cover all those bases, and it's going to get you what you need. Now, if you already have a bigger tool that does all these things, do you necessarily need the twist? Well, not necessarily, but this is something I can throw in my pocket and take with me just on, you know, a leisurely range trip. Or if I just want to pack a little bit lighter and I know like the only thing that's going to come up or potentially is going to come up is small little micro issues that I have to deal with that the twist can handle. Of course, I can carry other attachments that attach to the Otis end, and that gives me the ability to perform maintenance on the rifle. I can even use it as, you know, a cleaning handle if I'm going to go that far. But this will allow me to take the whole rifle apart if I'm using an AR platform. It's got everything I need. And for a Glock or some other guns, you know, with that the push rod attachment, I can use that as well, take the gun down if I need to do so. I can't think of too many maintenance needs that would arise in the field that this wouldn't aid me in fixing. I've had the twist for about a month, and it has proved to be a really useful little tool. I was down in Florida doing a night vision class, and it definitely came in handy. It was right there in my pocket, doing adjustments, zero adjustments on PEX, zero adjustments on optics, tightening down flashlight mounts, just basic rifle accessories, rail panels, things of that nature. It works. It's a tool. It serves a very good purpose. It's very compact, obviously, and it's something you can take around your pocket. It's probably not going to be able to address any situation you're going to run into, but it's going to address the most common ones. Now, there are a few things I don't necessarily like about the twist. The biggest one is it doesn't come with like a pouch or sheath or anything, so you've got the twist body itself and all its, you know, everything is contained inside, and then you've got the bit driver set, which are, you know, it's small, it's compact. It gives you a number of options. It doesn't cover all the bases, but it gives you the major bits you're probably going to need for the most common accessories that you have for the AR platform and whatnot. But there's no way to store them together in like a sheath or a pouch. Not a huge deal. You just throw the bits in your pocket, throw this in another pocket, little pocket clip, which is great, makes it handy. But I would like to see an option included, or an accessory I can buy separately that I can just, you know, keep them together so that I will have them. Second thing is the bits themselves are not personal preference. I prefer a higher quality steel. Of course, that would have driven up the price point, so that's probably why they didn't include them. They didn't go with the higher quality steel. Nothing necessarily wrong with the bits that were included, but I was able to distort and deform, which I'll show you now. I was able to over torque one of the Torx bits, ironically. It still works, but it's probably something I'm just going to go ahead and throw away and replace with a CV10 or something like that, something a little higher quality steel. And of course, the third thing is it is a light duty tool, so you cannot generate as much torque as maybe I would like on the body, because it's a little thinner than what you'd have for something of this size. Should be a little bit wider. Maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch in circumference would be great. I'd like to see that in the future, or as a separate offset. Maybe we can call it the Twist Big Boy or something like that, so I can generate a little bit more torque when I'm twisting. But overall, I think this is a great tool. I think the price point's right there for something that fits in this category. And if you find yourself buying one of those AR-centric multi-tools, and then you're like, well, I never use the damn thing, I never take it with me, it just sits in my range bag, and I find myself needing something a little simpler and a little more portable, this definitely fits that bill. I'm Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics. Twist accordingly. It is not a breathalyzer. It's not a suppository. It is not a detonator. Unfortunately, it is not a neuralizer. It's not a performance-enhancing drug. It's not a microphone. It is not a sonic screwdriver. It is not a tricorder scanner.